Fish Talk, Fish Tank. Written by Panagiota Prokopi. Narrated by Freddy Moyano. Part 1. Fish Tank. Chapter 1. A ray of sunlight tricked and slipped its way through the gray multi-storeys and rushed into Mr. Pensatore's fifth-floor window and lit up the lawyer's office. After a few moments, the ray, after it had warmed the office and the water in the fish tank on the little table in front of the window, left in search of other windows. Before another ray of sunlight could reach the office, a set of keys could be heard unlocking the door of the empty office, and the lawyer came into the room, shutting the door behind him. He went to switch on the light, but before he pressed the button, he looked at the window and realized he didn't need any more light than what was coming through the window. He went to his desk, put down his briefcase, and knelt down in front of the fish tank to look for his little fish. They were nowhere to be seen. He looked behind the shipwreck, where they kept their eggs, and they weren't there either. So he tapped his finger on the tank, a sign of worry beginning to creep onto his face. Where could they be? He asked himself. He lifted the other hand and tapped with 2 fingers. Thankfully, his beloved fish appeared at the door of the tower, and the lawyer smiled at them. They went straight to his finger to say hello, and then rushed to their eggs. "So, my dear little fish," said Mr. Pensatore as he stood up and the little fish looked upward at him. "I understand that today is the most important day of your life. You've been swimming together in the tank for 3 whole years, since you were little, and at long last the day has come where you become parents. I realize you must be really anxious, so I'm going to treat you today," he said, dropping food into the tank. He continued to speak while they ate. "You know, I've never told you this, but when I bought this tank, I wanted to fill it with lots and lots of fish. But when I chose you and brought you here, first S.R.L.S, and then you, Bravado, I knew that you two would be enough for company, and I forgot about bringing in any other fish." Mr. Pensatore sighed and sat at his desk to look at his cases. In the tank, "Look, Bravado, poor Mr. Pensatore is sad again. I think he's crying." Humans. Let's check on the kids. It's important we're there when they hatch. I want to be one of the first faces they see." "Stop worrying. There are only 3 faces here anyway. I want my kids to know that I'll never leave them unprotected, that I'll always be by their side, and that—" "Bravado, look!" What? Where? What happened?" "Our first egg is hatching." "Quick, hurry! We might need to do something. We have to be there," said the excited father, and ran to the egg that was moving determinedly. "Bravado, come back. They know very well what to do. They don't need you getting in the way." "They don't need me," said Bravado with the same look as Mr. Pensatore. "But how can they not need me when they're so small and vulnerable? You're saying it like that to get on my nerves, aren't you?" "No, Bravado, honestly. Don't you remember how we hatched? You know, I was in a fishbowl on my own, all alone, until I found you here thanks to Mr. Pensatore." "Yes, my dear, but even when you were on your own, you were fine." "Yeah, sure. So that's why I thought that my parents were the parrot and the hamster in the cages across from me. Well, they were the first faces I saw." Yes, but our children have us. Now look, over there. Another egg is moving. And the one behind it too. Do you see it? Do you think they'll all hatch at the same time?" "Well, let's just hope that these 3 hatch before some crazy client shows up that makes the tank shake with their annoyingly loud voice." "Shh! Stop talking and look. The first one's coming." "Come on, let's help." Bravado rushed over to the newborn and sweet-talked him out of his shell and into his welcoming arms. S.R.L.S looked at Mr. Pensatore. He was deep in
Sample complete. Ready to continue?